How's everybody doing today? How's everybody doing today? Make sure I got this stuff situated here. We got everything set up. We got everybody right here. We're going to spend about 5-10 minutes in here, and we're going to head to the classroom because we don't even have 100 people signed into class today. You guys know how that goes. 100 likes, and we'll get started. We'll get close to started. How about that? We'll do that. Man, what a week. What a week. What a week. How you doing, Shifty? How you doing? It was nice seeing you. 5 days to go, and I got my brand new bike. What are you getting? What are you getting? What are you getting? I'm doing good, Cruiser. I'm doing pretty good. Kind of just hanging out. MTO7 2023. Nice. Yeah, just kind of hanging out. We got some stuff here today. We got 3 videos. I was working on some slides. It's a little cold. Excuse me. It's a little cold in the office. Got some slides going on. We got 5 slides. We're gonna do an after the ride podcast. It's gonna be like one of the basic ones. We're starting off a pretty easy one. It's gonna be about city riding. Yeah, just some 5 tips. 5 tips. Created some slides. Yeah, MTO9 is pretty powerful. Pretty powerful. How are you doing, Howard? Joe Babby. Hey, from Phoenix. Would love to attend those in-person conferences / teaching meetings you've been talking about. I hope. I want to, and that's where we're kind of, that's what I'm doing. Taking your MSF course today. Very nice. Yeah, that's something I've been wanting to do for a while now, but it's like, you know what, I had some stuff that kind of had to get through on the personal side, and now I can dedicate a little bit more time, which is not a big deal. It's just, should have done that anyways. We got some slides going. I'm trying to condense a few things, but something I've learned is, obviously let's not do death by PowerPoint. That's kind of no buenos. It's no fun. So I'm working on a mixture, just being creative here, just like a little mixture of a lot of PowerPoint slides that are just quick. So every PowerPoint slide is like less than 30 seconds, less than a minute. And if you really think about that, it's like a TikTok, less than a minute. And or a reel or YouTube short, whatever. But a whole bunch of them, but then like interspersed with like actually on the bike stuff. That's gonna be a little bit difficult to do, but I think there's a way to do it. And I'm pretty creative. I could do it. So right now, I think there's roughly about 230 slides written out for the basic Smart Rider course. So I'm planning on doing some webinars, but I would love to do some stuff in person, Joe. I think that'd be a lot of fun. So being able to do that in person is going to be like the next step after that. But once that gets going, I feel like once I can get some in-person stuff, I would love to be traveling. And hosting it in person, traveling. I think that'd be a lot of fun. But we'll see. We'll see how that goes. Yeah, that's what I've been working on this week. So far, so good. Today is kind of like a little test of it. So today's going to be just the After the Ride podcast. And we're going to go over 5 slides about city riding. It has nothing to do, it has everything to do with riding, but it's not part of the basic Smart Rider course. So it's something a little fun to test out. Medivh, how you doing? I never ride motorcycle before. Now I'm trying to, okay, license while watching videos. Get past first test, slow speed. Very nice. Got the stream early this time. Yeah, we're going to get started soon. Yeah, let's get to 100 people signed in. So click that like button, 100 likes. Woo-wee. Let's see, 5 days to go. Getting your course. Little updates here. So the MTC Rider Academy, the main goal with that, like I said, is to have online training for those that can't get training, so that you can at least go to the DMV and get that going. And what we're doing is today we're filming an After the Ride podcast, but Unit 5 just launched. So unit 5 is the rescue. So unit 5, let's go ahead and bring that up on the screen when we get to the class. Let's see. Unit 5. I'll go ahead and bring that up on the screen. Should have put that up in the intro. So it's going to be the understanding rescue in emergency situations, taking charge, ensuring your own safety, stop major bleeds, understanding the importance. So unit 5 is up. How you doing, Chuck Norris? You're from Tucson. And then how to use a trauma kit. So that was taught by Prep Medic. Looks a little familiar, but guys, that's unit 5 is up. We just need to get unit 6, which is the mentorship, and then unit 7 is the testing. So unit 5. So those of you that are already members of the MTC Rider Academy, we have 42 lessons already set up here. Pretty excited about it. Unit 5, rescue awareness. So if you're already a member, check out your your dashboard, and then click on that. It's the first time live. You're off. Hey, thank you, man. I've been going to get my endorsement hopefully in the fall. Good luck. You're gonna do great. You're gonna do great. You're gonna do great. Melissa, how you doing? Becoming a better rider. Very nice. Very nice. Glad you're watching these videos. I love seeing the chat, just kind of helping each other out. That's kind of cool. 50 people signed in. You know, in fact, let's go ahead and just head out to the classroom. Whew. Man, I think I might stop drinking energy drinks. They just don't do anything for me. How often do you go above 160 miles per hour for therapy? I pay quite a bit less, and I just do an hour-long session with my therapist. So here we go. Hey, there's supposed to be a transition. So here we are. Let's take a quick look. So the MTC Rider Academy with Rescue Awareness. We have it all right here. So the basic Smart Rider course. So you just have the intro, but then here we go. Defensive road strategies talks about everything about the MTC awareness stages and the plan method. How to get gear and what kind of gear you should get. Your basic rider skills. So it's like operations, U-turns, figure eight, straight line weave, friction zone. Get everything situated here. Common motorcycle riding scenarios. We're going to be adding more to this because it's really important because there's going to be rain. There's going to be a few other things too. This is the one that just launched, the Rescue Awareness. So make sure you guys check it out. If you are a member, just go to your dashboard, which is up at the top. If you're not a member, what you can do is sign up. The MTC Rider Academy, it's $120 a year. So it's $10 a month. But here's the thing. You get the drills. You can download the booklet too. So the basic Smart Rider course, the drills, the weekly webinar. I'm working on that one. We're getting that situated. That's where all the slides are going. After the Ride podcast, we're getting this going again. And then you can download everything. Here's our little community group right here that I'm going to be adding more and more. So that's what I'm saying. Is like I'm reducing the amount of things I need to do elsewhere, and I'm slowly making it to where this is all I do. But yeah, you can download the booklet, the card, how to ride, how to buy, and then the drill booklet right here. And we're going to get a whole new different ebook, Smart Rider Basic Training ebooks, with all these slides going. So yeah, guys, sign up right here. And this is what your membership does include. Be good to have you. Good to have you here. But yeah, we got some stuff here. We got this video here. We're gonna do a Chaos Riders first, and then we got 2 Moto Stars videos. But once again, guys, hit that like button. Hit that like button. And once we get 100 likes, we'll get started. Catching live after binging so many of the videos. Nice. Hey, how you doing, 256 Ace? Just got your endorsement last week, and I feel better prepared with your videos. And that's part of it, you know. An after-action review is to take what's right, what's wrong, and then what's wrong, and then what we can do better later. All right, last week the brakes on my car went out. Oh, no. Oh, no. Luckily, your motorcycle habits meant I had enough space cushion and escape paths to avoid crashing. Very nice. Yeah, check your brakes now. How do I navigate the bad roads up here in Michigan? Taking MSF next spring, and I'm worried about riding on all the bad roads. Treat it as, what I'm hearing is bad roads, so I'm guessing road surface hazards. So do your best to just kind of you treat it like a game and go a little bit slower and start dodging things, and then you get better and better and better with more and more speed. But suspension, tires, all that stuff, make sure you have it in good order, and then grip the tank with your knees. That helps out quite a bit. And if you're going to go over a bump, lift your butt up off the seat. Don't you have protective gear for driving school in America? With us in Germany, they have not even let me near without protective equipment. We do have gear. Typically in the MSF, they will provide you a helmet, gloves, and that's it. Maybe. And so you have to wear long sleeve, long pant, and then closed-toed shoes or boots. That's pretty much it. And it goes by, I think it's basically by state law, but I don't think any states require jacket and pants and boots. It's just helmet stuff. You can thank all the lobbyists for that one. Drink water, guys. Don't become a heat casualty. Yep. I just drink an electrolyte with some water, staying hydrated. Just had a really close call on Mount Lemmon this morning. Oh, no. Were you going over 35 miles per hour? Because I know that road's only 35. Just came back from a really good ride up the mountains. 15 Celsius in Passo Havia. Is it Havia or Gavia? Italy. I don't know. You should come over and see yourselves what a great view. I would love to. I think that might be one of those things. I'm really worried about keeping my dog in a kennel. So I do a lot of car driving, but we'll see. I would love to go to a different country and just get like a little moped and ride around. Guys, 40 more people signed in. We got this video right here. Let's go take a quick look at this. Ooh, watch out for that. Nice swerve. Good job with the swerve. Commuting to work yesterday, almost got merged into by a minivan, and then right after getting tailgated by a sedan. Hey, kind of what happens here. Traffic is nutty, and we're gonna be actually, like I said, I don't know if you were here at the beginning, but we do have a PowerPoint. Oh, jeez. We do have a PowerPoint that we're going to be going over. Let's go and bring that back down. We don't need to talk about it right now. There we go. Let's see. Let's bring that up. Let's see. I got laser pen and pointers. Interesting. See, I don't like that it does that. Maybe that's why I never used PowerPoint. Yeah, you can have a slice. Have a slice. Taking your Learn to Ride class today. Where, Joe? Where are you taking? Let's see. Okay. Got that. Just playing around with this while we're setting up. So we got some slides. We got some slides. Bangzilla, how you doing? There we go. Just getting used to the controls. Okay, we got that. Let's see. Cool. All right. Did you ride off the new layer on those tires? Fresh tires are slippery. Yeah, that new layer is the preservatives that they got going on. So you kind of have to ride that stuff off. Been gaining a little bit of weight here. Been working out just a little bit. Just gaining some weight. How you doing, Bangzilla? Welcome, welcome. Yeah, I'm feeling pretty good. Was in London on vacay last week. Saw a scooter ride. Ooh, scooter rider die, I think. His helmet came off. He was weaving in and out of traffic. Why do people do that? I believe people do that because they want to have that adrenaline rush. And there's something when it comes to, I believe, and I'm talking from my perspective, why I would do that. There's that adrenaline rush. There's the act of having to be focused and zoned in completely. So think of, for me, I think of like when I was like, a kid playing soccer and on a team, and it's like I wasn't thinking about the people in the stands. I wasn't thinking about the homework I had to do that night. I wasn't thinking about school the next day. I was thinking about, making that goal, making that, and then playing with my team and working side by side with them. So when I see people go in and out of traffic, I feel like that's what is happening. I feel like people are wanting to get to that mindset again. And it's a good mindset because everything else is kind of gone. Like if you're having troubles, if you're having issues at home, you're having to do adulting for the most part, it's very easy to just be like, you know what, this is my drug, basically. This is my disassociative. This is what I'm going to do to get myself out of that real world and get onto this bike that can kind of pull me out of it. And so once you start doing that, when you first start riding, you're not like that. When you first start riding, you're trying to learn the bike. You're excited. Like every new thing is exciting. And then you just kind of, have to escalate and escalate and escalate. And Tony over here is saying 160 miles per hour. It's like, yeah, I mean, you're going to get to a point where it's like you're just going to go crazy. So this is why it's like at some point whenever you're like, I'm just kind of really bored of riding on the roads, or it's like, the speed limit, everything's starting to upset me. It's like, this isn't doing it for me anymore. What do you do? And I think that's where people can get in trouble. They can continue down the path of being on the bike on the streets and doing that, or they can decide, you know what, I'm going to go ahead and splinter off. So you can splinter off into stunting, you can splinter off into track riding, you can splinter off into Moto gymkhana. You can splinter off into wanting to educate people like I'm doing. You can splinter off into, coaching and education, but you can splinter off into just doing bike nights. You can splinter off into doing group rides. Like you can splinter off to doing all these things, or you can just do all of them anyways. You can be a well-rounded motorcycle rider if you really wanted to, but there is a subset of, I'm doing this. I feel confident in it. I'm pretty good at this. I can ride fast. I can weave in and out of traffic. This is what I've been doing. So there's like a little bit of a sunk cost fallacy or bias going on right there, and not wanting to be a brand new rider again. So being a brand new rider on the track, being a brand new rider on stunting, Moto gymkhana, being brand new when it comes to education, being brand new when it comes to group rides, especially staggered and, doing maybe charity rides. Like not a lot of people like to be beginners again because there's that feeling of having to think. And once you get into the automatic stage of this is just kind of what I do, it's very comforting. And so for me, when I recognize I'm getting into that mindset, not necessarily riding through traffic going crazy, because that I already know not to do that. I do risk assessment. That's my thing that I've done is risk assessment through firefighting. Safety and everything. So like that's my baseline. That's what I'm good at. So that's what I stick with, and I think that's a good foundation to stick with. So I apply that to everything else. And so wanting to get into Moto gymkhana, wanting to get into yeah, that's my next thing. And I'm doing that through the Smart Rider drills. And I got a game system that I'm developing for the drills, so that you can see who can race and see who can do the fastest, and whether it's on a scooter, like a literal like kid scooter, a little pedal scooter, all the way up to a motorcycle. So you can have a bicycle, skateboard, anything. See who's the fastest. So I don't know where I was going with that. I guess to close that loop, for that situation is, I think there should be more options. I like Tony Hawk's charity. I like what he's doing. It's an advocacy for skate parks, and because that's what got him into riding the way he rides. And there's a lot of people that just do street, and so there's a lot of injuries on street. There's a lot of injuries. I mean, obviously on skate parks too, but there's no central location. So my thing here is, let's find out a central location for going fast, having a competition, getting that mindset of being zoned in, having some bragging rights. And that's where the Smart Rider drills and Smart Rider games, that's where track riding, Moto gymkhana kind of comes into play too. And so I'm trying to figure out what I could do for my version of what a skate park is. And that is going to be the games and stuff. So my goal is to kind of divert the attention away from having to ride crazy in traffic. So I've thought about it a lot. Because after watching thousands of these clips, I mean, we're talking, I think, 4 years of doing at least a weekly live stream. There's times where I was doing 3 to 4, and even Monday through Friday of these. And I start to realize that there's a common issue here, and that's going to be a lot of men, specifically men, at least in my audience, and motorcyclists that are men, not having an outlet, a safe outlet. They do have outlets, but there's not a lot of safe outlets when it comes to motorcycles to get into that zone, to hyper focus on something that is safe. And all there really is like a Moto gymkhana thing, where you need a big parking lot, a track where you need to actually be near a track, and it's expensive. When what I want to do is solve the problem by just going to a parking lot that's 60 by 40. It's like 8-9 spaces in the middle of a parking lot. Not a big deal. And see who can win. So I've thought about it a lot. Starting off with the MTC Rider Academy, get people trained up first, and then let's get them going to the parking lot and having some fun. So after I get the basic Smart Rider course done, right now Unit 5 is out. Unit 6 is the mentorship. So like what I'm talking about right now is part of kind of like the mentorship, active listening, empathy, just all around trying to figure out how to like help out the next generation. And then Unit 7 is drills. There's 11 drills, easy through expert mode. The last one's an expert one. After that's done, I'm going to be hyper focused on after the ride, developing better slides, developing those webinars, and then the Smart Rider games. That's what I'm doing. I mean, you can race in and out of traffic if you want, but I'm just going to try to give another option. That's all. Yeah, there's a lot of lethal Moto. I agree. And once again, guys, let's get 14 more likes. We really start with 100. But yeah, cagers. So lethal Moto, but cagers take the same types of risks in traffic too. Perhaps it's a maturity thing mixed with risk taking, mixed with IQ, maybe. Yeah, I mean that's a great. Yeah, who knows? It could be. There's all these different factors involved, just like with the crash. There's a bunch of different factors involved. But there's definitely some smart people that I know. There's a lot of people that are emotionally mature that still take these risks, and that's when I start to realize there's just not a lot of options, and then I want to provide at least one option. So instead of sitting here complaining about like all these people are crashing, these people are acting dumb, it's like, well, what is it that I can do with the knowledge that I have? And what I can do with the knowledge that I have is create something that maybe some people like. Who knows? There's probably not a market for it, but I know I enjoy it when I go to the parking lot and I practice my drills, which that's why I made a book and we sell these like crazy now. A lot of people are liking them. And these are drills. This is like a little manual on how to do stuff. Rodney, you're gonna schedule your MSF now. Dirt riding brings a new dimension. Yeah, it's another thing. So then you can even completely get off the street and do some dirt riding. That's just not my expertise. That's why I didn't even think about it during this little talk that I had right now. But yeah, I used to go off road on my Harley. You remember that? Let's see. Come to Lebanon. 93 people signed into class, guys. We're gonna get started on this one real soon. Once again, you guys know how we do this. We record and film the after action reviews, the crash compilations, and then those go up basically a week later. So what's happening right now, these videos will go up next Saturday. So this video will be up next Saturday, not this Saturday. We already got those done. Next Saturday. And then the second video will go up on Sunday. And then the third video will go up even later. So here's the cool thing is that you guys get to see this stuff early. So thank you guys so much for being a part of the live stream. This is the live class. My goal here, I've been working on some other things, is that, really prioritizing what we're doing here. And my goal for Dan and the Fireman is just to have the best dang freaking live stream class for motorcycle training than anybody else. I don't know anybody else that does a live class weekly. That's 2+ hours. Anybody did? It's just because I don't know. Anybody else do that? Can you guys write in the chat? Like, does anybody else have a live motorcycle training class? Like, does anybody else do that? For what I'm doing is after action review. So what I'm going to be bringing up though is that I do have, and we're going to be talking about this because we're going to get started real soon. We have 98 people liking. So I do have this. So we have, this is going to be our lesson for today. Okay, so we're going to be talking about how to ride on the street in heavy city traffic. We're going to talk about safe distance and how to maintain it, mirror usage, okay? We're going to be talking about how to filter through traffic a little bit because I know some of you guys do that, and there's going to be some people that are allowed to, and in Arizona we do allow filtering through traffic. And then speed consistency, okay? Because we're going to want to make sure that we're not going super fast, causing confusion, and then kind of going back. So before we do that, let me go ahead and get because I do want to stand back here when I do this. Legal Eagle, yeah, he does classes. How do I sound? Do I sound okay, everybody? Let me know how I sound. Yeah, I know Legal Eagle does classes. I like Legal Eagle a lot. Make sure I... Boop. Oh, perfect. Sounds good? Everything sounds good? Man, I'm really filling out these shirts. Woo-wee. But yeah, we're going to be talking about, smooth... Oh, perfect. Look at that. Look at that. And we'll go ahead and... Push the wrong button. I was on the wrong thing. There we go. So I need a clicker. So I can just come up here. There we go. There we go. Perfect. Seems like it works. Sound is good. Sound is good. Need to stick the point. You're absolutely right. We're having some fun here. We do have 100 likes, though, so we have to get started. Maybe next time. I do have... One sec. I do have a clicker, but I need AAA batteries. And I don't have any remotes to steal from. Not here. Good to know. Good to know. I got my AAA battery thing. You know, one sec. Maybe I do. One sec. Can you hear it? Can you guys hear the operating system? Could you hear that? Let me know if you can hear that. No? Perfect. Perfect. I remember turning off the operating system sounds. I can hear it. Perfect. So now I have a clicker. It's always good to have stuff here. So I have a laser pointer, but you can't see it. So yeah, now we have a nice little clicker. Hey, look at this. I look like a professional here. I got clickers. I got clickers, and then there's the end of the stream. There we go. Perfect. Perfect. It's good to have equipment. Found your YouTube channel a while back. Used to ride, grown up, now stopped, decided to ride again, watching from the Joe, welcome. Moving on up. All right, guys, we have to get started. I did say we will start when we get to 100 likes, and we are there. So let's go ahead and exit out of this. There we go. So once again, guys, you know how we do this. We hit that record button, we get going, we do after action reviews. We're going to do 3 crash compilations today. And here we go. All right, let's hit that record button. 3, 2, 1. Oh, and I forgot to get my pen out. So that's going to be fun with the recording. I'll edit this part out. Very good. Let's see. Got the pen. Got everything. Perfect, perfect, perfect. We're making this happen, Captain. All right, here we go. We have a Chaos Riders video here. We have an arrow pointed at that. It's going to be an open lane pattern. We saw that. Get swerved back into our lane. Pretty good job. But yeah, we have multiple different motorcycle crashes and close calls in this video. And we have Chaos Riders helping out with the narration. So we'll listen to him. But let's go and take a look at this. We have open lane patterns here. Okay, so what I mean by that is that this is an open spot. Yeah, it's like not that big of a deal when we're riding. It's like, yeah, whatever. Nobody's going to try to take that. Well, this guy could have taken that. You see it all the time. They just go in. Okay, they're very aggressive. And right here, we have the same thing. Okay, so how do we avoid this? How do we take care of this? Thankfully, it's not the Prius. You know, that would have sucked a little bit because we do have an open lane pattern there. How do we solve this? We slow it down. We're already going faster than the flow of traffic, so we're going to get to where we want to go faster than if we just stayed in a lane. So we're already winning. We're already winning. What we're not winning on is that we don't have a very good position for safety. Okay, we can't swerve left, we can't swerve right, so our escape routes to left and right are pretty much kind of screwed unless we go into that open lane pattern, which we'll see right here. So our line of sight is amazing. We can see super far. And our space cushions are terrible left and right, and we can't really go backwards, so we can really only accelerate. So think about this. We can only really accelerate and then swerve into an open lane, but if it's open, there's a car in front of us, we can hit them. So we have to be very careful with the swerve because we're going to have to swerve back into a lane filtering position or swerve off onto the shoulder where there's a lot of road surface hazards. So right here, he's doing a great job, or this rider's doing a great job. We see that the car is turning into the lane. We have a nice open spot right here. So we swerve, but here's what I'm talking about. If we just accelerated and swerved, we're going to hit the backside of this vehicle up ahead. So we have to swerve back. So there's no time to really just look back and be like, hey, F you, what'd you do? No, we got to get back into our lane right here because, look, we would have hit the other vehicle if we didn't. So good job on this rider. Handled it well. Probably deals with this every single day. But remember, when you're out riding, it's a training opportunity. Every time you ride is an opportunity for something to either be practiced wrong or practiced right. So let's practice the right things. Let's take a look.
Riders were in a group ride when all of a sudden, some of them decided to take the exit. While
this is why
riders almost didn't make it.
This is why we have Cardo Pack Talks and we don't do group rides. Whoa! I mean, not do group rides, but mob rides. He had some traction on that front tire, applied some front brake, and it stopped him. Did a little stoppy there. Very good. But yeah, so this is why you have in a regular group ride, let's go back just a little bit more. A regular group ride, you have an itinerary. You have like a map of what you're doing, or at least a place to meet up. A road captain's going to be in charge, and you got a tail gunner at the end, basically just saying, like, keeping everyone in line. If it's a small group, let's say, I don't know, 5 to 15 people, you can get on your Cardo Pack Talks. Link in the description for a discount for that. But you can all talk to each other and say, hey, we're getting off on this exit coming up. And that's where the guy in the front or the captain in the front is going to be like, hey, we're getting off of this next exit. Let's everyone get to the right. That's something you could totally do. But if you're in a group ride like this or a mob ride like this, there's not much you can do. You're going to miss your exits and everything. So when we're cutting it across, you got to watch out for traffic. And this is where somebody in the back could be like, hey, there's a car coming. So you see how you switched all the way from the far left lane to the trying to take off? Yeah. Cars don't know what you're doing, especially in a big group ride like this. I keep saying group ride, but it's a mob ride. So he saw it with his mirror, applied the brakes, he was already turning and slowing down probably to make the turn. So all he did was smash it more. Thankfully, it grabbed traction instead of dumping it. So this is what it looks like when it actually grabs traction. He landed it and kept it upright. Probably hurt his back a little bit, but did a good job. All right, we're going to move on through some of these because this is a... Chaos Riders likes to have a lot of clips, so we're going to try to power through a lot of them. So we'll just do that. All right, ooh, crossed over into our lane. So right here, I just said we're going to power through it. But I want you guys to see something. So this is left, middle, right, or left, center, right, or 1, 2, and 3. Okay, so I like just saying middle, middle, middle. Middle, 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 middle. The reason why I do that is because if car is right here, guess what? I'm in the middle, and I can dodge it, or I can just switch over. If I'm over here on the, I'm going outside, and then on the inside, on the apex, the apex is just the part where you're closest to the, the inside. That's it. The apex could be late, early, or right in the middle. Anyways, a lot of people like to do this and get into in the middle of the turn, hit the apex. That's where a lot of the problems happen when cars want to come over accidentally. So I like to just be middle, 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 so I can make easy adjustments when it comes to planning.
Are you
see right there?
Kidding me, bro?
Yeah, it's a scary situation.
I feel like this one has happened to everyone at some point.
Let's see what happens here.
Drivers out there.
Oh, crossing. Good job with the escape. So here's the big problem here is it's a nice windy curve. We got some grass, a little bit of a hill right there. If you guys don't know, I'm kind of leaning on my chair. Makes it easy. I'm getting older, my back and everything. Anyways, plus I'm kind of trying to not be in the way. Anyways, so yeah, we have a line of sight issue. We definitely have a line of sight issue, and this is why, I don't know why it's not a solid line, but in the United States, typically it's a solid yellow on situations like this because they don't want you accidentally hitting somebody you can't see in a head-on collision. The cool thing about this rider is that he found an escape path. Great job. Moved over. Not much of a shoulder. Handled it, though.
A lot of bad drivers out there. You got to keep it.
Do you see that? What do we do now? We have to find the escape path. We have to find it. All right, let's power through. It's only been 40 seconds. Jeez. Okay, we've already seen this one. This guy switches over. It's an open lane pattern. Very good. And he's got a Cardo. Look at it. Cardo Pack Talk. Pack Talk Edge. And a quad lock. Both of those links in description. All wheels is down. Okay. Whoa! What caused that situation? Why did we have a little bit of a skid? Why did we do that? Okay, I don't know why he wanted to slow down and stop, but what was causing the skid? Okay, it's a brake, but which one? Front or rear? How about that? I'll give you that. All right, doing some wheelies through intersections, not very safe because you might need to be able to avoid something. Because remember, intersections are automatic orange stays. There it is. A little Metal Gear Solid. Fully anticipating that driver to go in the first available lane. Did not go in the first available lane. But we could be a little bit more prepared.
Was this done on purpose?
Watch the gray car. Was it on purpose? Let's see. Okay, we're switching. Are they going to switch too? Yeah, they switched. They switched a lot. But we accelerated through the escape path. So rear brake. Very good, guys. Very good. Slam that rear brake. It's not good. Oh! Oh! Okay. Okay, so we got a little tippity tap, but it can cause some damage. We've seen that. We've seen that before where it damages the bike, but we had a passenger. Just look how much that really knocked him off balance. So checking the elbow. This is why we have gear. This is why we have armor on the elbows, because she probably did hit her elbow. But take a look at this. Just take a look at this. A little bit of slow motion. So we fell back. So our passenger fell back. There's the back of the head. Now that might just cause a headache if you didn't have a helmet. Maybe a little bit of a hematoma, a little goose egg on the back of your head. But it could have been a lot worse, right? And look how simple it is just to really get a traumatic brain injury. Thankfully got a helmet, but when she fell, she hit her coccyx, her tailbone. Not much you could do there. But put her hands down. So make sure we have gloves for our passenger. And then the elbow got hit too. Okay, not good. But thankfully got a helmet. Oh, let's go back just a little bit there. Thankfully had a helmet, but just take a look. Look at the tires rotating. Look where her foot is. Ankle can get snapped up. It's just a risky thing to do riding motorcycles. And the only way we can really mitigate a lot of that risk is by getting gear and just not getting hit. And it's really not the fault of this motorcycle rider. That person should have been paying attention. Should have been paying attention. Hopefully she's doing all right. Just a little bit of an elbow thing. Checking her back. All right, Yevon. Here we go. Okay, it's a double yellow. That's what I'm talking about. We're not going to pass. Ooh, what happened here? Either something mechanically failed and was launched out, because that was an easy turn. That was a super easy turn. Write in the comments what you guys think. Thankfully, there's no traffic running him over. Then as soon as we hit this, the gravel, we dump it. Yeah, and hit the guardrail. Write in the comments what you think there. 'Cause that was like an easy situation.
I've gotten a few speed wobbles on this.
A little crest of the hill right there. You saw that? How it came out of nowhere.
And stuff. And the front end gets super loose.
Look at that.
And your grip just like amplified.
Ooh. If you knew you were getting speed wobbles, we probably should have checked the maintenance on the bike.
Oh, that sucks.
I mean, see how gloves...
Not broken.
This one was crazy. It's almost like he jinxed himself and caused that speed wobble.
I was trying to get out of the way.
I gave myself a speed wobble.
He did it on purpose? Okay, I got... Oh, jeez. I got out of the way because I wanted you to see his gloves.
Sucks.
Yeah. Wear some real gear. Wear some real gear. Big E, how you doing, man? All right, so I don't know if he was giving it to himself, but this is what I'm talking about. We're going to talk about what we can talk about here. We're going to talk about what we can talk about here. So what we have here is a crest of the hill. So the crest of the hill, you don't know what's going around it, right? How do we determine in this situation where the road is turning? And this is something that I use. Okay, so I'm throwing that out there, but here's what I'm going to give you. Look at the telephone poles. Look at the direction they're turning. Why is the telephone pole in the middle of the road up here? Like, why are these telephone poles in the middle of the road? Like, if I'm going straight, I'm going to run right into these telephone poles. If I know the telephone poles are off to the side on the right side, I utilize them. I utilize telephone poles like this, or electrical poles, whatever, telephone poles. I use them as an indicator like chevrons. or signage to show me where the road is. And so the road is not going to keep going straight into them. The road is going to follow the telephone poles. That's how I know. So for me, I know that there's going to be a left turn coming up over this crest of the hill, but still, I don't know what it looks like. I don't know how sharp it is. I don't know if there's any road surface hazards. I don't know if there's any roadway users in the middle of the road. I don't know. So this is still definitely an orange stage situation. This is definitely something that I want to be paying attention to and not just racing through. So just take a look, come up to here,
on this.
and see how the telephone poles continue along the side of the road. So that's what I'm doing. But you don't know what's around this corner. So let's take a look once again.
I've gotten a few speed
What's around the corner?
wobbles.
We have an intersection right at the tip, right at the top. Yeah. So you wouldn't know if somebody was pulling out. And that's why we want to go slow around that.
Like coming up over hills and stuff, and the front end gets super loose.
I don't know if he was pushing on the bike or not, but if the front end was getting super loose, especially in these situations, look at the road itself. It's pretty terrible. And then we're going at a pretty high rate of speed. If this is the United States, which is what I'm assuming, we're going 88 miles per hour on a pretty terrible road. Because I don't think he has it in kilometers per hour. He probably has it in miles per hour. And we were going over 100. So speed wobbles. Okay, so it's going to be, how about we just slow it down? Let's reduce that factor. And then also check our bike. Okay, let's take it in, see what's happening. Tell the mechanic, hey, I've been having issues. Like, these are my issues.
And your grip just like
So he's going 90.
amplified.
And there's the impact. And this is what I'm talking about here, is that we're having issues when it comes to wearing gear. So as a smart rider, acquire and use personal protective equipment. Simple as that.
Ouch. Oh, that sucks. Hope I'm not broken.
This one was crazy. It's almost like he jinxed himself and caused that speed wobble.
He wrote his own destiny.
Speed wobble.
All right, here we go. Little Honda going through here. We got a line of sight. There's the side of the vehicle. Swerve, 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 swerve. Get back in your lane. You got a car. All right, very good on the swerve. Very good on finding that escape path. We've already seen that one, though. Red Wing, beautiful time of day. We have a bus deciding to come in. So what we can do there is do some progressive braking because our goal is to get out of the situation. So he's reaching for the front brakes right now. So very good because we just got to let them in because they're going to win. And we just switched lanes. Handled it. They wanted to probably get off on the exit. And they just decided to use you as a... Ooh. Good job. A little bit of a break. A little bit of braking. Swerved out of the way. The sabotage. Here we go. Switch passing people. Watch out for traffic in front of us. Somebody's going to switch over. There it is. Uncommon thing. Apply some brakes. Move over. Great job with the escape.
This video, so you guys can go check that out after this one.
What hazards do we have here?
Whoa, whoa, whoa.
Oh.
Whoa.
Brake, 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 brake.
No,
Good job. I see
no,
downshifting.
dude.
And he
Jesus
stopped on
Christ.
paint. So you can progress. You can't have a good progressive brake pressure when it comes to rain. You still can. So this is what I'm talking about. We have multiple factors here. So we have rain on the road. We have rain all over, so our vision is going to be impaired too. We also have issues when it comes to maybe getting some hypothermia if we don't have the proper gear. Also, we have multiple different intersections. We have driveways. Driveways are intersections. So when I tell you to practice in a neighborhood, it's because neighborhoods are great for practice because you have all these different things, and hopefully the traffic speed is lower. So when it comes to how to ride in a neighborhood, make sure you wear some gear. Obviously, check your ride. Make sure everything is working pretty well. You got to start slow, a little bit steady. Okay, what that means is that we're only going 25. Okay, we're only going 25, and if you really need to, start off in a parking lot. The main things you want to watch out for when we're in a neighborhood is definitely gonna be the traffic obstructions like kids and stuff, intersections. Intersections are gonna be driveways and everything like that, and obviously make sure you're having some fun. But watch out for kids. Adjust your speed. There's gonna be people coming in and out. But you see how all these different intersections are in here? Yeah, that's exactly what I'm talking about. So be very careful when it comes to that. This is one of those examples right here.
Whoa, 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 whoa.
Somebody's pulling out. Somebody's pulling out.
No, why?
We have to do some braking.
Dude. Jesus Christ.
Good job with the braking. Saw it ahead of time. Wasn't trying to race up into there to flip him off. Handled it. Great job with the progressive braking, even in rain situation. Handled it.
No, you didn't. You're a piece of shit.
Just to do that. Yeah, you can do your thing. I wouldn't be going that fast. We got rain, buddy. All right, undisclosed moto. Here we go. Undisclosed moto. I see you in the chat.
Oh!
So what happened, undisclosed?
Oh no!
What happened? You're in the chat right now.
I think he braked into him.
He braked. See, he says braked. I say broken, and braketed. What do you think happened? Oh, there's the iPhone doing its thing. Crashed.
How are you? Are you okay?
He was walking wounded. It's pretty good.
Holy shit.
All right, let's take a look at that one. Since you're in the chitty chat, you go ahead and write everything you want. Give us some insight on this. You're going to the Pizza Hut. Okay, so everyone knew we were going to the Pizza Hut. Okay, here we go. Let's take a look.
What the?
So we're all riding with our buddies. You know, you got a quad lock. Very good. You got a little quad lock here. You guys are all going to a Pizza Hut. You guys talking on a Cardo? You guys talking on your Bluetooth headsets? What are we doing? Or are we all just new? Okay, so I think we were just going a little too fast. This is my guess. Oh, no talking. Okay. So what I was thinking is that we're just going a little too fast. Someone didn't know. Like you're saying right there, it says the Gixxer thought the Z900 was going straight. Okay. You're new, and the R1 and the Z900 are vets. Okay, cool. And you're sitting in the back, and you didn't crash. Very nice. So what we're having here is that we dumped the bike. So right here, slam the brakes because we weren't really paying attention. Let's take a look at this one. Paying attention is a big thing. See, we could have turned into this parking lot, which is a nice open parking lot. I like it. Do some smart rider drills. But we weren't really paying attention until about here. It's like, oh no, we're turning. So instead of doing a red stage maneuver, which at this point, if I'm not going to be able to make this turn into this parking lot because I'm going too fast and there's somebody in front of me, I'm just going to go straight and then do a U-turn and then come back and go through into the parking lot. Who cares? I missed my turn. Not a big deal. So when it comes to like a panic, it's like, well, we slammed the brakes. So that's what happened. We went into brown stage. We slammed the brakes instead of just going straight, miss the turn, come back. Okay?
Oh!
And so now we have an impact. So now you hear it right there, just finally hits that impact. So what we have here when it comes to mechanism of injury is that the person did dump the bike and he fell to his left. So I'm thinking left side injuries. They could be very simple, undisclosed. I'm just talking because I want to see if you know that this guy had any injuries. I want to see if I'm right here. So left side, so left shoulder, left hip, maybe left arm. So putting his hands out, so maybe left hand. Maybe some scratches on the helmet. It looks like he did roll a little bit, so he's got some damage to maybe the back, but it's probably going to be soft tissue injury, maybe a little bit of road rash. I don't think there's going to be any broken pieces, so his shoulder and his hip mainly. Okay, so when we land on our left side, we have that shoulder right there and our hip. So, I mean, we hit the ground, that's what hit, and we're having some issues there. So hopefully he's walking. Well, he was walking, but hopefully he's doing fine. There's that hip right there. So that's called guarding. He's actually telling you exactly what it hurts. Not good.
Oh!
Remained calm. Sure your own safety. Get into that parking lot.
I think
Let's see if we can stop any major bleeds, if there was any. So he's checking his pants for any brown. Very good. How you doing, Robin? I'm doing pretty good. He's recovering. Bike should be fixed soon. Very nice. So undisclosed. Thank you for sharing. Thank you for sharing this video. Thanks for being in the chat.
You okay?
He's doing fine. He's just doing fine. Hopefully the other guy's doing fine too. But we're moving on. Arson boots. Here we go. We got front of the bus. Found the escape path. Very nice. Very nice. Handled it really well. Handled it. We're going to have to play through this because we got this is already 20 minutes. All right, Cowie, going a little bit fast. We got some rain here. We got 90 miles per hour, I think. Ooh, we got a turn. It was a very simple turn. And he kept it up. Slow it down for this next one. Slow it down for this next one. Slow it down. You need more. Oh, we got an open lane pattern here. Look at this. Is somebody gonna merge in front of us? I'm not reading this because I'm just looking at the pattern. Okay, we got this person right here. It looks like a firefighter-owned company. Code Red Roofers. Ooh, a little bit of an open lane right there. That person was just gunning for it. What a turd. Yeah, just look ahead, though. We got traffic. We got a truck right there. She's getting pissed. Whatever, just move on. She didn't hit you. There's not much you could have done in that situation. If they did hit you, hopefully you have full gear. There's nothing you could do. So give yourself a good position for safety so you can see around. Good position right there. That was really good, actually. All right, Methaven. That's the name. And we hit some oil. So real quick. Okay, we're in a parking garage. We have to avoid the obvious. We have to, especially when we're turning. A car can go over it. Never would have felt it. Never would have felt it. A motorcyclist goes over it. That first, or even one. You have two tires. One of the tires, you're gonna feel it. And there's the dump. So we have to avoid road surface hazards like oil. We have to, because this is what will happen. Thankfully, it was a slow speed. All right, sly sync. Here we go. We're on an e-bike.
Rider was cruising by when you noticed.
That's the fun thing about e-bikes. He's going pretty fast, though. Oh, rider down. Rider down. So it's time to rescue. What can we do? What can we do? What we can do's. I think,
Yeah, I'll put it on that sidewalk.
I put in like a petition back in the day to get some motorcycle EMTs. I know they have motorcycle paramedics in like Europe. But I was like, man, I ride a motorcycle. I know how to do stuff. I would love to be a motorcycle EMT. And that was kind of like the start of the whole rescue thing. But now it's like these e-bikes. Why aren't cops on e-bikes?
Hey, your bike looks fine though, and good thing.
Why aren't, like, you can have an EMT. I guess, like, you can, I don't know.
Yeah.
I asked if I could dial 911.
So they're exchanging information. Pretty good. Doesn't seem like a big issue.
The handlebars, man. Then you should get checked out, dude.
He came into my truck.
Oh, damn, yeah, you should get checked out for sure. There's a big parking lot right here in this first little corner.
Right here by the road.
Yeah, if you guys should both park right there and you kind of like settle down, you know?
I don't know if that's good advice. I mean, I get it to get out of the roadway, but I feel like they were handling it pretty well. And I think we're adding to the confusion. I think there's too many chiefs in the kitchen. Is that how you say it? I think, yeah, I'm starting to get this feeling of my gut's telling me something. Let's see.
That first.
Okay, I'm going. I'm sorry. There's nothing else.
You're gonna get arrested if you go. I'm sorry.
I'm not leaving the scene of the crime.
I know. You just gotta park in the first parking lot.
They exchanged information.
This is my first day off after 9 days.
I know.
work
You
for
got
a funeral home.
an.
She is stressed. She's stressed. No. Okay. So that my gut. Okay. They exchange information. She's not leaving anything. Like, he has her information, insurance. That you saw it on video that they exchanged. There's nothing else that she has to do. Now, this is just my opinion. But when I see somebody stressed like this, she's stressed. It's a very stressful situation, and then now she's being told to go into an empty parking lot with men, with groups of men. And then more and more men are showing up. So start thinking about that. So when we're talking about, like, empathy and effective, mentorship and active listening and understanding, like, where other people are coming from, different perspectives. It's like we have to think about it. This person is stressed out, was just in an accident, was worried that they hurt somebody. Seems like everyone's fine, exchanged information, did everything that they needed to do. If you need to, call 911 to get a police report, because it is on a public road, whatever it is. She's stressed. And then from her perspective, a group, at least 3 men, she can't defend herself. There's got to have some compassion, have some perspective shifting going on here. and then telling somebody you're gonna get arrested if you leave. It's like, no, that's her problem, and she's not. And so this is where it's like when you tell somebody to do something, you have to know what you're actually talking about. This is why I like to share what I'm talking about, as in this is my opinion. These are my opinions. My opinions based off the experiences that I've had as a firefighter, as an MSF rider coach, as a tactical emergency casualty care certified, certified, mental health resilience officer certified. Like I'm telling you my opinions based off the education I have. I'm not telling you what to do. So this right here, it's, I don't know. I've spoken to many women, and if there's any women in the chat, especially mothers, there's been situations where I've asked, it's like, so what's the problem? There's been some triggering moments with some women that I've talked to, and like, let's say like we're leaving like a grocery store or whatever, and she has like a small child. It's like one of the big scary things for a woman, especially with a child, is loading up the car. You don't know. Just walking around with your child, you can barely protect yourself, but you got to protect your child. And so when I hear the stories like that, because those are fears that I never have. I guess I'm just kind of going off. Those are fears I don't have. So I never think about that. And so when I see a woman like this, especially somebody that's elderly, I think of my grandmother, and it's like, you know what? There's no way she can defend herself. And so now, I don't know. So when I think of that stuff, it's like I try to always de-escalate stuff. I don't know where I'm going out with this.
I don't, you got an accident.
I don't know.
Get arrested if you don't park.
That frustrates me.
She's saying she wants to bail, you know?
Yeah, it's a little crazy that she was trying to leave the scene. She really did not care about that biker. All she wanted to do is just be on her way.
Well, I have to go to work, guys.
There's nothing else to...
Right, man. But you guys should park right there, though, because I don't want you guys to get hurt with these guys.
People, it's hard to see.
Yeah, it's really hard. It's a hill, and then the sun's on their face, you know?
That's what she was arguing.
It's okay. It's okay.
All right. We got to make this one quicker. It's going to be fun to edit. All right, here we go. Limonata. Sun in the eyes. Oh, there's a car. Good job with the brake. Not much you could have done. If he swerved left, he would have hit. Okay, so I can't play it. Gosh, I tried to do Chaos Riders, but I think you're using copyrighted music. Yeah. All right. Anyways, I hope you guys ride safe, be safe. I'm gonna have to do the outro. This Chaos Riders is kind of that one. This one kind of like frustrated me. We're done with that one. All right. Jeez. Come on, Daniel. Come on. All right. All right. We got another one. I just didn't like that one. Sorry, I didn't like it. Did not like it. We'll have to edit some of that stuff out. What would be an advantage of a motorcycle paramedic? So like, motorcyclists can get in and out of traffic pretty easily. The main thing here when it comes to, so like an ambulance showing up and they're getting stuck with traffic, especially in condensed cities and stuff like that. So if you had a motorcycle paramedic that has a drug box monitor and all that stuff and everything that they need, especially for major bleeds, and it'd mainly be used for, I would say, traffic accidents. But you could use it for anything. And so being able to get through traffic pretty easily and at least getting on scene 1 to 2 to 3 to maybe even 4 or 5 minutes before the ambulance. So if there was like a bleeding loss that needed to be, handled, boom, handled it. If there needed to be CPR and AED, hooking the monitor up, doing whatever advanced. Actually, it's not really advanced. Doing high-level life-saving basic stuff with the option of doing advanced. I think that's where a motorcycle paramedic would have came in handy. So when I offered, I put in an offer. I put in a pitch for the motorcycle EMT. and it was quite literally just me being on a motorcycle with a EMS bag and solving whatever problem showed up. And I knew for a fact I would have beaten any ambulance to the scene. I knew it. And I would have had lights and sirens. I would have done everything because I had to be internationally certified. International Association of Professional Drivers. I had to do all that stuff anyways for fire trucks and ambulances. So like I knew the protocols and the policies in place. So I mean, I would have just followed them. But going from, stopping or slowing down an intersection if it's a red light to now accelerating, I mean, think about that. It's a motorcycle. You're not lugging a huge fire truck and multiple people. Yeah, Rick, the rambling on the live, I don't add that to the videos. Hey, how you doing, L Trucker? Let's see. What would you recommend carrying for a medic, tail guarder, and formation in a motorcycle club? I do have my own trauma kit. It's called the Rescue Pack. It's on the store. It has everything that you're gonna need. It's got gloves in there. You could choose what kind of gloves you want. It's got the rescue card, tourniquet, 5x9s, 4x4s, roll gauze, trauma shears in the back. And it's everything you're going to need for that. But go to the website, and you could just make your own if you want with stuff that's local to you. But I definitely would carry at least some bleeding control stuff. So 4x4s, 5x9s, roll gauze at minimum. If all you have is like 4x4s and roll gauze, that's fine. Just get a lot of it. She's a WEMT instructor and EMT also. You could easily carry more in saddlebags. Yeah, exactly. Yeah. And that was I think that was, I don't think I added that, but when it comes to accident scenes or any EMS call, you have to restock, right? So if the motorcycle is just jam-packed full of stuff, like the ambulance does not have to restock. The truck does not have to restock. The engine doesn't have to restock. The motorcycle rider goes to the scene. You use the stuff on the motorcycle. The motorcycle goes back to the station and restocks. So that leaves the fire, basically the fire truck and engine and the rescue to just be ready for like a big call. Like if they have to leave the scene, they're fully stocked. So that was kind of part of it. How you doing, Aaron? Hey, Ron, how you doing? You'll get one? All right. Very nice. Where can civvies get basic trauma training to be helpful until EMTs show up? So Corporal Punisher, there's accident scene management. So accident scene management, just Google accident scene management and see if there's a class for you. What I took, because I felt like it was a little bit, I mean, it's more advanced, is kind of based off of my EMT, and it's more on active shooter stuff, but I felt like a lot of it really worked for what I'm doing here, and that's tactical emergency casualty care. That's a little more expensive, and it's a little bit harder to find, but they have stuff in San Diego. That's where I took my class, from Strategic Operations. How you doing, AMRI? All right, guys, we got to get started on this one. You know what? I really got to pee. I will be right back. Ooh-wee. Had to pee. All right, guys, we're going to get started on this one. Good morning. All right, here we go, guys. Let's go ahead and jump into this one. Let's hit that record button. 3, 2, and 1. Angry biker smashed a window. All right. Ooh, there's going to be an impact. We're going to be talking about some crashes, close calls. I did wash my hands. I did have to go to the pee-pees. All right, so look at the signage.
Made a huge mistake and the target.
Look at the signage. Okay, what's around this corner? We don't know. Line of sight issue. A little bit of a target fixation. Are we going to slam the brakes here because we don't know, we don't want to cross? Oh, damage the bike. Damage the bike. Look at that brake lever. Look at that brake lever. Looks like we've dropped it before. It's all bent. Ooh, crush his leg?
You okay though? Yeah, I'm good.
Okay, good.
I'm good. Just lift it up a little bit. Yeah, lift it and then you get out. You pull it out good, bro. Yeah,
Easily could have crushed his leg. So I've seen kids, and we're going to watch a little bit, but I've seen kids like with their brake levers and pedals actually penetrate like their inner thigh. Like that, the weight easily with that much pressure right there into your ankle or into your calf. Man. Soap and water. Yeah. Hey, Ron, I washed my hands. I washed my hands.
Okay.
Got very lucky.
Oh, that got my leg, man.
You okay though?
Yeah, I'm okay. My bike's okay too. Damn.
Let's check your leg. Let's see how it is, because that's where you can easily get a femoral artery right there. Look at my little pants, my little shorts. Or at least just something with a lot of venous bleeding. So that's why we have, tourniquets inside of our trauma kits, our little rescue packs here on the store. Check it out. Links in the description for the shop. But high and tight, strap that in. But yeah, let's take a look at this one. So I have a feeling this was a target fixation issue because we're doing pretty good. There's the signage right there saying, "Hey, we got some squiggles coming up. We got some curvy road up ahead. We're coming up to here.
Mistake and the target.
Looking through the turn, look through the turn, look through the turn. All of a sudden, look straight and panicked, looking straight at the car. Maintain your eyesight, maintain your line. So target fixation isn't a problem. Target fixation is actually a tool. Target fixation, if we're focused and target fixating on the car, yeah, we're using the tool for the wrong reasons because we're going to go straight to it. And that's what the tool is. Target fixating will allow you to go where you want to go. Okay, where you look is where you typically go. Okay, so if we're looking at the car, that's where we're typically going. But if we use target fixation to look this way, guess which way we're going? That's exactly what I'm trying to talk about here. Okay, use target fixation for the appropriate reasons. It's a tool. Trying his best to slow down and stop, but easily could have damaged him even more. So we have an issue with penetrating trauma.
My bike's... Oh, that's a...
Here we go, kill switch ZA. Oh no, I think we've seen this one before. All right, moving on. Write in the comments what kind of mechanism injury we have here. We're filming this with a potato, but we're going to go ahead and low side it into the guardrail. We didn't die, thankfully, and our buddy did not run us over. This looks like a very common corner. Does anybody recognize this corner? This is where everyone likes to hang out. I've seen this corner many times before, and I feel like I'm pretty blurry. There we go. I've seen this corner a lot. Where's that at? Where's that at?
Guess we all gotta die sometime.
Green light. Okay, let's see it. Let's see what happens. Ooh. That easily could have been a problem. This is why Microsoft search. What the heck? This is why we pay attention when we're out there in intersections. This is going to be an orange stage situation, okay? Green does not always mean go. It means look both ways and then go. That's what it means. So it's green for us. We're starting to look left. Well, actually, the camera's looking left because we did a little bit of editing. And then we see a car. He's looking left now. So we see a car going through the intersection. No good. No good. So we decided to stop ourselves. Now, if we stayed with the red car or we tried to beat the red car, guess what? We would have probably lost our left leg or at least broken it. Maybe not have lost it, but we probably would have broken it because it's still there. It would have been hanging down. So it's not necessarily a loss, just amputate it. Very lucky. Very lucky. Doesn't seem like much, but that amount of force moved a vehicle that's a couple thousand pounds, couple thousand pounds, and lifted it up a little bit. Imagine if that's your leg. Yeah. No good. Now, go ahead and get around it. Bikers e-fans. Here we go. We got a car coming up on us. A little Nissan. Right up on his tail. And decided just to go for it. Okay, we switched lanes though.
And provoked this rider just
We switched lanes.
to decide to react sharply.
They didn't share the lane with us. They were just on our butt. Now we're sharing lanes with them, and now we're gonna cause some issues. So we switched lanes. I feel like I'm spitting everywhere.
That is wrong. That was so wrong.
Dude, you're an idiot. You're an absolute idiot. What a tantrum. And I gotta get a thumbnail though. There we go, we got a thumbnail. What a massive tantrum. You're going to get shot in Arizona, Texas, basically any place that you can actually have. See, stuff like this you can do in California because nobody's going to do anything to you. You can actually be an ass in California and nothing's going to happen to you. It's not a state I want to live in.
That is wrong. That was so wrong.
Dumbass.
Yes, but it made me feel better.
All right, here we go. Moving through here. We got, let's see. Somebody gonna switch lanes into us. It was a merging area. Were we supposed to merge or were they supposed to merge? Usually you have like little signs saying that somebody needs to merge. So it looks like they needed to merge, and they did. They merged right in front of you. They merged right in front of you. Okay, roll off the throttle, apply some progressive braking, let them in. Because last thing you want is for them to crash right in front of you, and you're that close and you can't avoid it. All right, here we go. Road surface hazard. Okay, not much. What are we doing here? We got somebody in our mirror, crossing and passing us up. Okay, maybe we're going pretty slow. Who knows? Forever two wheels. We just saw this on a Chaos Riders video, so we're just gonna go ahead and just play it through. He's gonna do a nice little stoppie. There it is. They were all trying to take the exit, and somebody wasn't paying attention until last second, and was able to keep it up. Good job. It was very close.
I think, yeah.
Let's go ahead and take that exit and let's not get hit. Bike is life on the Kentish roads. How you doing, man? Bike randomly slips into neutral. Oh, okay. His phone's still there. Quad lock's still there. Pick up the bike. How does it randomly switch into neutral? We got a little false neutral. Yeah, we're in neutral. We're rolling down the hill. Right in the comments.
From the opposite side, most probably.
Nice road.
Lead to a
Don't know if there's gravel there. Okay.
of horror.
Straighten it up. Get it through.
Which the rider had his moment of horror.
Moment of horror.
Dog.
Okay. All right, here we go. Arctic Jeff. Having some fun with our friends. Going a little too wide on this part, but not a big deal. We're going to get back on the road. Calling it a day. Nobody saw it, right? There was a bee in his helmet which distracted him. What an excuse. What an excuse. So he's riding with his buddies, going through some very easy curves. We're still in orange stage, though. We got to be prepped and ready for that. Going maybe a little too fast for his skill level. It's not fast for a lot of us here in this skill level. Or at least, you know, if you're brand new, maybe it might be a little bit too fast for you. But either way, yeah, we just went a little bit too wide, went a little bit too fast, trying to keep up with our buddies. We're trying to maintain something nice and tight. And we just went a little bit off-road, but he didn't panic. There was no slamming of the brakes when we hit the gravel, so we did fine there. And now we're just kind of getting back on the road. Not a big deal. Handled it. But then to be like, yeah, the reason why that happened is because there was a bee. I had a bee in my helmet. I'm not freaking out with my hands. I'm not doing anything else. It was just that one turn. The bee somehow magically flew out. I don't know. You can't tell me it didn't happen because it did happen. I had a bee. Nah, dude, you went a little bit too wide. That's all. That's fine. All right, FZ8 Inpa. I don't know how to say your name, buddy. Ooh, lost the tire. Oh no, we didn't. We were slamming the brakes. It's difficult to stop a vehicle, especially with that much stiff. Oh man, imagine if that was a septic tank and it fell over right on top of you or right next to you and you got splashed with all of it. So slamming the brakes, locking it up. Is it a septic tank? It is a septic tank. Oof. They're a septic service. Not a tank, but it's a septic service. Ooh-wee. Nice little, ooh. Little Indian. Oh, very nice. I'm sorry. I wasn't paying attention. I was looking at the infotainment. All right, here we go. Almost hit something. Yeah, it's definitely a brown stage, right? All right, almost hit a ladder. Oh, so I was in the way, guys. I think I was in the way a little bit. So there's a ladder right there. So road surface hazard. So as soon as we see that, we got to go into red stage. Saw it last second, but you see how the vehicles in front of him actually saw it and moved over. So that's a good indicator. Let's take a look at that one. So watch the vehicles in front. The vehicle in front swerved last second too. So that's going to let you know, hey, something's coming up. And so you're gonna have to make that adjustment too. It's like, why did they swerve? Maybe I should get into a better position for safety. So we're gonna go ahead and position for safety. We locate, assess, and navigate it instantly. And that's the cool thing about red stages. And when you practice your swerves, especially when you go in a parking lot and practice your swerves, in a very safe environment, usually under 20 miles per hour, which is a good start. But then when you're out there on the road, what I like to do is on like a 45-mile-an-hour road, 55, even whatever road, basically, is I find something far enough ahead that I can actually see. Let's say it's a manhole cover. Let's say it's a tar snake. I'm aiming straight for it. I'm in that position. And then I start to make that swerve to go around it. And I swerve to go around this, swerve to go around. I play a little game. It almost looks like if a cop was watching me that, you know, I had a bee in my helmet. No, but I'm just swerving. And I'm practicing my swerves. And even though it's not an emergency situation, I don't have my adrenaline pumping. I don't have all those things. My muscle memory, my brain understands that I can do this with a bike. So then when the adrenaline hits, it removes all the prefrontal cortex. It removes my thinking ability. And it's like, well, what is it? My body knows how to do it or what to do. It knows how to swerve because it's been practicing it. So in this situation, boom, just go ahead and swerve. Good job. Good job. He had to swerve into the next lane because he would have hit that vehicle. Doing great, man. Deadman 2501, here we go. Okay.
Fucking motorcycle. Hey!
This looks like Phoenix. So the bike lane ends. You see that on the right. He was probably in the bike lane.
Not a fucking motorcycle. Hey!
So that's one thing that I don't like about cyclists right here is not that they share a lane. Is that they want to share a lane. And I'm generalizing. So this person specifically. He wants to share the lane like he's allowed to, right? He's allowed to. But also doesn't want to follow the street. Doesn't want to follow the lights. Doesn't want to follow the rules of the road. Only follows the ones that they like. He likes, basically. Only wants to follow the ones that he wants to follow. Kind of think about that. Replace that with motorcyclists. Motorcyclists want to be treated like cars and want to be respected, but we're over here lane splitting, hitting mirrors, breaking windows, all these other things, you know. So it's like, come on. Everyone, it's just people. People are doing dumb things. Here we go. Insane therapy. Open lane pattern right here. We're going to be switching to our lane. Ooh, uncommon thing. Whoa! You missed it. I could see how they missed it right there, because typically if you're going to get back on the interstate, you know, you're doing this. That's what that is. Was going to do that, but accidentally went too far. They should have followed these people. That's all. There's some of these ramps in Phoenix that are like that. I'm about to use the gear shifter to scratch my foot. Make sure you pull in the clutch. Yep, because you don't have your hands on the... Yep. You just stalled. So that's what it looks like to stall. Thankfully, nothing happened. Didn't dump the bike. So when you're sitting at a light like this and the engine is on, you're in neutral. Because if not, you would have done exactly what happened there. So be very careful. Very interesting. Anybody can see the queen in the truck over there in the Silverado? I wonder if that was added in post. But I see it. So yeah, accidentally putting it in first will cause that to happen. So if you're ever in a class and you see people do that, or if you do that, not a big deal. You just stalled the engine, just pull in the clutch, and then start the bike back up. Yeah, it's post. That's in post. See how it's moving. Here we go. P-Gas Biker.
Feu rouge, on s'arrête.
I think we saw this one. Is this the one where he gets hit in the back? With his pat? No.
Ouais, mais frère.
Okay. Okay, not a big deal.
Voilà.
Hola. Bald bullet head moving through here. It's a roundabout. Dude, they were going. You can just get right behind them. Don't gun it. Sergio Quezada. Open lane pattern. That red car probably wants to switch into our lane because of the bus. We see it ahead of time. Don't get pissed. Let them in. Just let them in. Let them in. Shreddy McSkate. Whoa!
Wow. I lost my rear brake.
So is he on an
I
e-bike?
lost my front brake.
Ooh. How fast are we going on the e-bike? We're going pretty fast. He burned through his brake.
Wow. I lost my rear brake.
So that's one of those issues that I have with e-bikes, is that they're utilizing bicycle brakes. Bicycle brakes. And we're going... These bikes can go pretty fast, 20, 30 miles per hour. But when you have a modded bike, probably like this one, and you're not upgrading your brakes, and that's kind of what I'm trying to get at here, is like people are upgrading their motors, their battery capacity, but I don't see people upgrading their tires. I don't see people upgrading their brakes. And that's just what I'm seeing. I'm sure lots of people are doing that, but that's kind of part of it. And you start upgrading. Before you know it, you have an electric motorcycle, which is pretty much what it is. But gosh, man, like you burn through your brakes on one thing like that, now you're kind of screwed. Like on the next thing, how are you gonna get home?
My front brake.
Front brakes are pretty important.
All right.
A little Insta 360 with a quad lock. What do we have here? Something happened up ahead? Or did we get hit by something? Ooh. Okay, moving on. The modern cafe racer going through, we're having some good time. Don't overtake right here. You've been waiting for a while, and that's fine. Just wait for a while. It's not that big of a deal. We're on motorcycles having a great time. I love my e-bike. Very poor choice of, what about a car coming around? Okay, so the car wanted to pass this guy, or these two dudes. Okay. Oh. This is where it starts getting a little hairy. Just because they passed. Oh, okay. Now you're being a jerk. Now you're being a jerk. Okay. I was say don't pass just because your buddy up front passed. He passed because he had an opportunity. You wait for your opportunity. So the rider up front, what it can do is slow down and let the car make the car slow down so your buddy can catch and then you guys can go. So either way, thank you Moto Stars for putting out this great video. We're going to be talking about another one during this live stream, so make sure you guys check that out. Hit the subscribe button, and I'll see you guys around. All right, so we got more. We got one more. We got one more. We got one more. And then we got a lesson. Once again, guys, sign up for the MTC Rider Academy. This is the training organization that I am putting together. It's all online, but my goal is to turn this into an in-person thing that if we get, I'll have to check the numbers. But if there's going to be a certain number of enrolled people or enrolled students in the MTC Rider Academy that will allow me to travel. My goal is to not have sponsors anymore. Yeah, my goal is not to have any sponsors anymore outside of the ones that I just absolutely love working with. So I'm not going to say who right now, but I love Cardo. So maybe I'll just have Cardo. But the main thing here is the MTC Rider Academy. So you guys become my sponsor. So it sponsors this channel, sponsors the education. At the same time, I'm delivering stuff to you. So we have the basic Smart Rider course, Smart Rider drills, the Riding Smart with Dan and the Fireman. That's where it's going to live now. After the Ride podcast, you can download every digital thing that we have. I say we, it's actually just me now. Download everything I've created, and then I'm going to try to launch this group again. So right here, I'm going to be adding. I keep saying we. It used to be. I'm going to keep adding some graphics. So I'm going to add, maybe make some posters so you guys can print out your own posters if you want, of like the MTC awareness stages and a few other things, maybe some fun things. But you're right here, the basic Smart Rider. Right now, Unit 5 just launched. So we have Unit 1, 2, 3, the basic rider skills. So offset weave, everything here, common riding scenarios. But Unit 5 is the rescue awareness. So this is the medical and trauma training stuff. So very important to follow along, very important to pay attention to just the awareness to get you to know what it is that you need to do and can do. And like I said, we have the MTC library here where you can get the rescue booklet and the rescue card also with that. But you guys become the sponsors for me. And what that means is that typically when you work with a sponsor, you have to make content for your sponsor. And you guys know that. You guys watch YouTube videos. It's like this video is sponsored by, and they have to do like a 60-second ad or they do a full video on it. And I just recently did one for Quad Lock, and for me, what I like to do is I just throw the name out and call it a day. But that doesn't work all the time, and they do want to have dedicated videos. And guess what? I'd rather just do dedicated videos for you guys. That's what I want to do. So that's what I'm gonna be doing. How do you join the DDFM crew? I mean, we have YouTube sponsors, YouTube members. That's just more of like a GWiz thing. To be quite honest, if you guys all want to get rid of your YouTube sponsorships, the YouTube members, and just join this, that'd be even better. That'd actually help out a lot more. YouTube takes a huge cut, so this is actually very helpful. And this is all digital, so this is international. So all the stuff on the shop, like the actual physical booklet, I can only ship in the United States, just kind of how it is right now, and it's just a lot of work to deal with international customs and everything. But you get the digital version of that booklet here. So all the books and everything that I've created, the digital versions are on here. The only thing I can't make a digital version of is this, but I have the list of stuff that's in it, so you can make your own. So this right here, join the MTC Rider Academy. It's $120 a year, and you know what? Before you guys sign up, I'm gonna give you guys a discount. I'll give you a 20% discount right now. I'll put it in the chat. Let's get some music going. Don't sign up yet. So I'll put this in. I'll put it in the chat. So go there, but don't sign up yet because I'm gonna create a coupon code, 20% coupon code. Only 10 though. Live stream. So 10 coupon codes. It's only gonna be during the live stream. So let's go ahead and do it. It's gonna be called Code Live Stream. Sign up with a 20% discount. Use code there it is. 20% discount. That's also because we just hit 600,000 subscribers on Dan and the Fireman. That's actually I'm pretty excited about that, but it's like I gotta get back to work. We're gonna make things happen. So use code livestream at checkout. Let's see. There it is. It worked. It worked. So the downloadable, the booklet and everything, I mean, it's $15 just on the store, so you're already saving some money there. You're already saving some money there. Did we already watch this one? No, we haven't watched this one. I'll bring this up here. So this is part of the course. This is the course. So rescue awareness. Out when it comes to emergency. All right, everybody, we're going to be jumping into remaining calm. But first, before we do that, we're going to spend about 3 to 4 minutes watching a motorcycle incident. I want you to keep that in your mind because when we go over the next lesson and the next lesson and the next lesson, we're going to be kind of calling back to that's part of the rescue stuff. We talk about how to remain calm. Ah, where did that come from? Is this course applicable to New Zealand road rules? So it's all principle based. It's just like continuing education. It's not going to tell you exactly everything you need to know to take your course and take your class and pass your class. But it has basically everything that you're going to need, though. I mean, it has the basic rider skills, so friction zone, slow straight line, how to turn on and off the motorcycle. It's not going to be exactly to the specifications and standards to every single country, but it's going to show you how to do it. How to get protective gear, so choosing the right jackets and pants. Honest, if you're going to get anything, get the helmet first, and then jackets and pants, and it's going to talk. And then we do intro to motorcycle road strategy.
Talk about yellow stage a little bit.
We talk about all that stuff. Okay, we have a nice little list of things, and there's a little lesson recap right there. So yeah, guys, sign up, sign up, sign up. Sign up. Yeah, you're welcome. Dun, 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 dun. Dun, 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 dun. Dun, 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 dun. We're gonna get started on this next one real soon. Discord's free. Discord's free. You can join the Discord right now. Honda Rebel 300, very nice. Guys, we're gonna get started on this one. We're gonna jump into this one, and then we have a lesson, which is gonna be basically a, yeah, it's gonna be a lesson. We're gonna do a lesson. And then we're gonna do a nice little after the ride podcast about that lesson. All right, here we go. 3, 2, 1. All right, heart-stopping motorcycle moments. All right, let's see what happens. Whoa, cop! What the heck are you doing there? All right, there's some barbed wire. All right, Honda Roamsters. Here we go. Ooh, what are we gonna? Are we gonna hit the tram rails?
More attentive when going
We're
up.
gonna hit the tram rails. What's gonna happen? We're gonna hit it wrong. You want to go over it quickly? And we had a passenger. Stop using copyrighted songs. All right, so we hit the tram rail. Let's go ahead and go back just a little bit here. So we're riding with a passenger on a nice little, is this a Grom or a Z125? I can't really tell. I don't see anything here. But anyways, we're going to hit the tram rail. So what we want to do when we go over those, okay, since we're riding here, having some fun, it's like, look at this. We want to go over them quickly and then get over. We don't want to just kind of slowly, because then that's what happens. You make a nice little adjustment. Think of it as a miniature swerve. We're swerving off this little area, and we're going to hopefully not do what happened here. And what happened was the tires actually went inside the tram rail. So we don't want to do this. We want to swerve off, because as soon as we do that, see how we're kind of like in line with it? You want to make it a little bit perpendicular, and then we dump the bike here. And then, you know, the extra weight on the suspension could have caused some of these issues. These are small bikes too. She's got some gear, so this is a good little option here. So this is probably D30 armor. It's probably D30 armor, but it's not going to be full protective gear. But it got a jacket, got boots, maybe motorcycle shoes, who knows? But a helmet, doing pretty good with her passenger. Very good. Look at that. Ripped it up though. Hopefully that was not happening from this incident, but it could have been. Yeah, those are motorcycle specific. Those are Alpine Stars. Is that a Navi? That's a Navi. That's a Honda. A little Honda. Okay. Okay. Hey, not good, not good, but it is what it is. Happens. Here we go. Going through the canyons. Anybody going to come into our lane? We got a... Whoa! So a little bit of a panic. We slammed the brakes instead of finding the escape path, but it worked. It worked. So let's go through here. This is why I do middle, middle, middle. But we're going to be in orange stage because it's corners. You know, we can fail to negotiate the corner, which is typical for motorcycle crashes. But when we have traffic also, especially with people that are just terrible at driving all around, they're going to be using the whole lane. Just like motorcyclists like to use both lanes when they're going through these things, cars tend to do that too. So this is why I do middle, 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 so I can avoid these people. So right now we're in the middle. Okay, so we avoided it just by being in the middle by applying the brakes and just not getting hit. We're trusting that they're not going to hit us. But if we needed to, we could have just moved over a little bit versus starting from down here and having to swerve pretty hard. Okay, so middle, middle, middle for me. It is what it is. I know it's not the most optimized, but for me, I'm optimizing for not dying. How you doing, sober rider? All right, Vinny the Kid MCs. Oh, cop. What are you trying to do? You trying to cause injury? Good job lifting the bike the appropriate way. What the heck are you trying to do here? Yeah, let's go ahead and slam into our what was it? Not constituents, because he's not elected. Into the civilians, just call that. The heck are you trying to do? You can smash his leg right there. You can crush his leg. Why? Because we're all on he's on an e-bike, it looks like, but we're all on regular bikes. Got him. I don't know, at least have fun making fun of him. I don't care, I'll make fun of him too. What a dum-dum. I do like his lifting technique though. It's pretty good. All right, Bruno Birdham. All right, here we go. Watch out for the merger right there. Swerve back. Okay, if you have time to apply the horn, you can apply the brakes. All right, open lane pattern, everyone's merging over.
Showing how spectacularly lane splitting can end at such high speeds.
Cop is mad he's not a firefighter. Yeah, exactly. Okay, switching over. Anybody gonna switch over on us? Dude. Time to rescue. Time to rescue. So, how did this happen? So, there's the white car way up ahead. You can barely see the white car. We have the motorcyclist here. Okay, I don't see how he's not maintaining, you know, a lane filtering because we have plenty of space in the lane filtering area. So how do we run into the back of this vehicle? Because the motorcyclist wanted to swerve left also. And there's the impact. So we can possibly have an open book fracture. Go ahead and Google it. Google traumatic open book fracture. I think that's all I have to say. Or bilateral femur fractures. All right, tails, here we go. Watch out for those kite strings. Those razor blades and glass embedded in them. Not razor blades, but just glass. Anyways, moving on. Can't see, can't see, can't see. Now we can see. Uh-oh, 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 uh-oh. Swerving into us. Look at the road. Yeah, he's apologetic, but man, that was dangerous. Man, that was dangerous. All right, moving over. Cheap Rider, here we go. We got a nice little arrow. This is a... Yeah, move over a better position. Now you can see. Now you can see. Now we're going to pass. Okay, he switches lanes. Not a big deal. You switched too. You decided to move to the right and then go. This person did the same thing, but they added a lane. Not a big deal. You did the same thing. You did the same thing.
All right, go.
Oh, jeez. Let's see what happens here. Do it for the gram.
Oh. No, the ground. Oh, that's bad. No.
Sudden deceleration for the bike just got destroyed.
Yeah, I'm cool.
You notice how they went to follow the bike? They didn't stop. They didn't do a U-turn. They didn't do anything to check their buddy. Dude's probably, his ankles are probably flopping like this, and he's like, guys, I can't get over there.
It's gonna be rough getting up out of here, bro.
Turn off the bike, turn it off.
Fuck, dude.
Hey, bro, did you get that video though?
Yeah.
Thank God.
Are you good, bro?
I'm good.
Hold on. Give it. Relax for a second, bro. He ain't gonna get any better. Just give yourself a second. Just chill out.
I want to get my bike though.
I know. We'll get it.
So Cardo just launched in their app that if you are, you can record the audio between you and your buddy. I believe it's at least two. Obviously at least two, but you can record the audio. So it's exactly how you're hearing it. It's actually better, but you can record your conversations through the Cardo app. Yeah, so that's a whole new thing. Guys, grab a Cardo. There's links in the description for that. It is an affiliate, but they're great.
For a second. You good? Yeah. I know, right? I know. Is everything good right now?
So that's not really an assessment. Is everything good right now? It's like, do you have any pain? On a scale of 1 to 10, 10 being the worst pain you ever had in your life, and 1 being, stub your toe, which can be pretty painful. But you know what I mean. What can you rate it at? I got about like a 4. Okay, not too bad. Not too bad. It's still painful though, I'm sure. Okay. You got stability. Let me check your legs. Just let me. Can I do my stuff? You know me. I was an EMT. I do this. Can I check it real quick? Boom, got it. It's like, are you okay? It's like some people just won't admit. So let's take a quick look at this one. This guy's decided to do some fun stuff. And we dumped the bike here. So he decided just to jump off. Not very good. You don't want to do that. But this is why we wear gear and we protect each other with medical training. So his shoe did go flying. At least turn around.
Rough.
Thank
For a second. Right now, is everything good right now?
All right, here we go. Kappa 27, here we go.
Lacked some attention. He failed to spot the pedestrians and panic braking ended his ride in a rather unpleasant manner.
Music Can't have the music there. So, painful. Probably a broken collarbone. So he's like, he didn't want to get up. Moving the bike. This is why we got to ride our own ride. Okay, so more than likely, we were just following the guy up in front. I'm talking about us as the guy that crashed. We're following the person up front, which is the camera person. So we're following up front, just kind of anticipating. We'll go when they go. We'll turn when they turn. We'll stop when they stop. But you're delayed. So if you're looking ahead for yourself, you're able to be like, oh, I see a turn, I will turn. I see pedestrians, I will stop. You're doing all that yourself, so you're able to react off of yourself and your vision versus somebody else's delayed reaction. You don't want to have a delayed reaction because they are delayed. So what happened here, everybody? Write in the comments. What happened? How did that? Did a gremlin jump out? Did somebody? What happened? What happened? What happened? Write in the comments. Write in the comments. What kind of injuries could we have? Definitely road rash. Definitely have road rash. You can have road rash through the shorts. There was a bee in his helmet. Yeah. All right, here we go. Going through here. Saucy 125. Same guys. Is this the dude with the shoes flying off? This is the barbed wire dude.
This guy, bro.
Look at that truck driver. So you're not going to win that fight.
He hella cut me off. What's your problem, bro? Why?
So this is kind of what you can do with the Cardo
Calm down.
now.
You yelling at him or what?
You don't tell someone to calm down.
I'm not. I'm fixing my gloves, bro.
It's invalidating.
Chill out. Chill out.
You don't.
I'm coming to you because
That never works.
up on me like hella fast. Exactly. You're stopping anyway. You're stopping.
Now that the situation is over, I should have never pulled in front right here. I was just trying to be with Ryan, thinking he would lane split in front of him, and I didn't want the guy to intentionally ram him. You see how it just escalates? Let's see what happens. Now the guy in the truck's thinking I'm being boxed in, maybe, and you're in a position now he can ram into you.
I don't know, bro.
See? Yep. It's an escalation. Now it's an escalation. Let's see. Little kids laughing. Oh shit, you did it. Oh.
Run the white, run the white, run the white, run the white, run the white. Bro, we're not
Dude.
able to keep up with that. Yeah. He's screwed. Ryan, do it, bro, do it.
Damn it, Ryan. Yeah, we're leaving Ryan behind.
Run.
See ya, Ryan. Dumbass. All right. So, let's see what caused it all. Ryan is upset. So we're in 2 lanes. Ryan's in his own lane. We have a 3rd lane on the left.
Oh, this guy, bro.
Is that sharing the lane or was that a 3rd lane? We're gonna do some
I think so.
It looks like it's a turn lane. So it's a big lane.
This guy, bro. What? What'd he do? He hella cut me off. What's your problem, bro?
So yeah, so this is escalating. So when it comes to like, what's your problem, bro? It's like, hey man, you're basically saying you need to tell me what you're like, what's going on, versus you coming up, hey, you cut me off, I didn't like that. That's it. That's it. You don't need to have their opinion. You obviously don't care about their opinion. You really don't. You're like, hey man, you cut me off. That was really close. I didn't like that. Don't do that again, because you're going to hurt somebody or whatever. And if they start spouting off, you already said your piece. You're done. You don't have to be like, now you need to answer to me, answer to me, answer to me, answer to me. It's like, F you, dude. I don't need to answer to nobody. He's probably having a tough day. His wife probably, whatever. There's something going on with this truck driver that's causing this. And so then for you now to add to that, he's like, I just need a reason. I just need a reason to go nuts. I have a truck. I feel powerful. These guys are on motorcycles. I know for a fact I could just destroy them. I feel big and mighty. You know what I mean? And then we got up to here. It's like, okay, now we're putting our friends into danger.
I don't know, bro.
Now we have our friends into danger. So us as a motorcycle rider, because of Ryan over here.
Jesus Christ.
Just let them go. Let them go. Who cares? Who cares? I get it. Your adrenaline's up. Fight or flight. You're probably in the fight mode. Okay? You're not fawning. You're not apologizing all over the place. You're not freezing. You're not like, oh, I don't know what to do. You're not running away. You're just going on with your day. You don't need to fight. Just go on with your day. But it seems like Ryan over here just loves this. He's getting this. He's feeling powerful with all these other, with his friends. And then right here is just kind of cheesy and tacky. It's like, you know what you're doing. You think it's fun. I hate this part of the culture. I hate this part of the motorcycle culture. I think it's absolutely ridiculous. I think it's useless. I think it's just dumb. I think it's unbecoming of like a good person. And this is one thing that can happen is that, oh, you pissed somebody off. Now we have a full-on road rage incident.
Run the light.
Full-on road rage. You put yourself into danger right here by getting into a flow of traffic that you're not supposed to be a part of.
We're not going to be able to keep up with that.
Yeah. He's screwed. Ryan, dip, bro, dip.
That was stupid. I'm leaving that in. I usually don't do road rage stuff, but that was stupid. Extra sync, here we go. Lane filtering. And we got a cyclist wanting lane filtered. He wasn't checking his mirrors because he doesn't have any. Look at all these Priuses. Yeah, stay in one side, you jerk. All right, here we go. Riding with rhythm. This is where you do it. This is where you practice. It's going to be a low side probably. Ooh, high side. High side. Ooh. Okay, he's walking. Good. Very good. High sides are pretty dangerous. That's when you get flipped over. You see it all the time in MotoGP and Moto America and all that stuff. Well, not all the time, but you see it there. And you get good views of it because it's televised and people are recording. Motorcycle tip. When switching lanes, don't hit bumps, probably. Beware of road reflectors. Yeah. Yeah, so that's what's happening here is that front tire, especially when you do that really big swerve, you're not really you're doing some counter steering, but with that really quick swerve, there's a little bit of direct steering. So it's like a mixture of both. It's definitely something that's going to be, like right here, he's swerving hard and hits a reflector right there. And so it's just going to cause that jostling. Okay, so be very careful with that. I haven't had that issue yet, but it's obvious that it can happen. Okay, there we go.
Nice, cool. Gatorade, I think.
Here we go. Got a 360 camera. This is equi-rectangular. That's the view that we have here. It's basically showing all 360 on one rectangular. Yep, and we fell. So you hit a road surface hazard, slow speed maneuvers. Practice your slow speed maneuvers, everybody. It's very, very important.
Another example demonstrating the dangers of lane splitting. Despite the difficult road conditions, the driver failed to exercise caution.
Okay. Nice little swerve. Look forward. Good job with the swerve. Get back into your lane. Get back into lane filtering if you need to. There it is. Great job with the swerve. Here we go. We're going to do a right turn. No, we're going to go through the inner. Whoa! Saw it. 360. There you go. Let's go ahead and get them on. There it is. 360 situation awareness. Did a nice little swerve at the end. Avoided collision. It worked. Scooter Chronicles. Here we go. Open lane pattern. The car on the right. Maybe switching over. Yep. Look forward. You almost hit the red car. So why did that happen? Write in the comments.
You see what happened?
I saw what happened. So that's what riding is very dynamic. When you're out on the road, it's very dynamic. You have to understand, people's road behaviors, their driving behaviors. And it's pretty common because nobody really teaches a lot here in the United States. I don't know if it's different anywhere else, but in the United States, it's pretty much driven by impatience. So if you can just think of an impatient person, just an impatient person behind the wheel of a car, behind the handlebars of a motorcycle, impatient. What would an impatient person do? And that's going to be the thing that they're going to do. So an impatient person that's going slower than the flow of traffic wants to get into the lane that's going faster. And then at the same time assume that you're invisible to people. There's inattentional blindness that happens. They just don't see you. 95% of roadway users are cars. You're 5%. You're less than 5%. So they're not going to see you. So we're coming up to here. That white car is slowing down. As soon as I see that, and it's like, man, there's a kind of a gap in front of me. I'm switching lanes. I'm going to go over here. And you got to watch out for that. Thankfully, the car decided to turn right. We would have almost hit that car. Here we go. The Bear TV. Can't see anything, but maybe there's going to be somebody turning out in front of us. There is a left turner. Oh, I can't see. The guy was turning left and we swerved. Good job. Going a little too fast, dude. Go with the flow of traffic. We're going to talk a little bit about how to handle city traffic and stuff, and this is part of it, speed consistency. Oh, a little bit of a speed wobble there. That was it. All right, Scooter Chronicles, back to you. Oh, I don't like that either. Somebody was sharing your lane. I get it. That's scary. Thank you for sharing with us. Oh, we got a little rock slide, or we got some road. What happened here? Oh, a little mudslide. They're trying to clear it out. Hopefully we don't drop the bike because we are on an adventure bike, so we should be able to handle this, but it's probably all silty and like... There it is. There it is. Hit a little bump. Got a little panic trying to figure out a spot. We should have stayed on the part that... There's a little divot right there, closest to that pavement, but, you know, it is what it is. Got crash guards, got some panniers, got some hard saddlebags. We can lift that up. Just don't slip. It sucks, though. It's got some nice boots and some jeans. They'll be fine. Yeah, just don't crash themselves. All right, here we go. Florence Mago. Side of the vehicle, sharp left turn, so very careful. Thankfully was able to handle it. Did some great progressive braking, handled it. Yeah, it was pretty serious. Yeah, you're right. Another side of the vehicle, good progressive braking. Now we can go. Perfect. This is it. That's exactly what happens. Almost rear-ended a Beamer. So probably not paying attention, probably white stage. Get into a better position for safety. Don't get hit behind. Position for safety. Get off to the sides on this one. So right here, you can't really see much. It's a line of sight problem. This is our total stopping distance. This is our space cushion right here. Can't see much behind or in front of this vehicle. We're not wearing gear. Okay, let's wear some gear. What I like to do, remember we talk about left, middle, right? I like to be off to the sides. And this way I can see past this vehicle. This way, or if I'm on this side, I can see this way. And it all depends on having good space cushions. We have a nice little turn lane off to the left, so it's a great space cushion on the left. On the right, it's not really, it's more like a lane filtering position, but either way I can bounce between them. I don't want to be in the middle with city traffic. I don't like it because my line of sight is terrible. I can't see past the vehicle. I don't want to react off of somebody else that sucks at driving. I don't want to react off of them. I want to react off of my own eyesight. I want to react off of my own skills. If I see vehicles ahead of this vehicle stopped, I know I need to stop probably before this Beamer knows to stop because they're probably on their phone, right? So for me, I'm paying attention. So I'm going to be off to the sides. That's going to give me a good position for safety. Line of sight, space cushions, and an escape path. Because if for whatever reason, and I'm off on the sides, and they stop like they did, I can just continue going straight with my great line of sight, my great escape path, because it's lane filtering, or if I'm on this side, I can swerve if I need to in this open space. And I have great line of sight. So I like to be off to the sides. I don't like riding in the middle of the lane when there's traffic.
You looked at me like...
Unless I have a massive space cushion. Massive. You can do a little bit better braking too. A little bit better braking. Moto electric, here we go. Filming with a potato. Watch out, we're in the blind spot of this car on the left. Are they going to switch into us? Yep. Just don't hang out side by side with the vehicle. Stay staggered, just like if you're in a car, in a group. There you go, group ride. The sides of the car, exactly, Iago. Is that Lago or Iago? Marcello de Brito. Hopefully I said that right. See, we're staying off on the side again. We want to get their attention. They just swerve right into us. Iago. saying it right. We're gonna cut a lot of this stuff out because these ones are just kind of boring. But you guys get to see this on the live stream. Pretty fun, huh?
Thanks
Oh,
for watching
jeez.
till the end.
Yeah, you know, you're welcome, Motostars. Thank you for having such a great video. Once again, hit that subscribe button, hit that like button, and write a comment. Tell me about your favorite day while riding a motorcycle. I don't know. We'll just throw it out there. But we got to get to the lesson now. I'll see you guys later. All right, so let's go ahead and hit some music. Not even worth the hassle of flagging them down. Yeah, not really. You're welcome. Avoided major injuries. What happened? What happened? Just checking some stuff real quick. Alright, I'm tiptoe in my new adventure bike after 1 year not riding due to accident. Now I can properly U-turn, turn from stop. Should I train it first or can I just buy the... if you could do U-turn, you're good. Get the PDF. Sign up for the Academy if you want to. So at the... Well, it's more than the PDF. The PDF itself just from the shop is $15. But the Academy right now with the discount, I think it's like $104 and you get it for the full year and you get the downloadables, you get the course, you get a bunch of other stuff. Use code livestream, 20% off discount. Use code livestream. You're 17, just started riding an R6 in Florida. Your videos have helped me so much with self-control and being a smart rider when on the road. Hey, Ron, I'm glad you're starting off now. Good job. Good job. I'm glad. I'm happy. I'm happy for you. We do have... I'm trying to think of how we're going to do this. Trying to think of how we're going to do this. Then we're just going to wing it. Check. There we go. Life's pretty good. Life's pretty good right now. Sober. Audio. There we go. We got audio. You guys can hear me? You guys can hear me pretty good? It was a beautiful 2002. It's all analog and I love it. Very nice. Canopy, thank you so much. Guys, we have a... Oh, I got my clicker. Let me go ahead and... All right. All right, now we got to turn down the music. So, I think we're just gonna do this. We're gonna have some fun. This is something new. I just put this together. This is something I'm testing out. I'm doing it live. The best way I like to do things is this live stream is a great training tool to actually do something in front of people without having to be like, oh, I gotta pause it, let's restart. It's gotta be perfect. No, I like to build out in the open, and this is one of those things where it's new. This is a new thing. So this is gonna be the start of a possible seminar that I'm gonna be doing, but these are like a weekly slides. We do 5 slides, basically 5 tips, but I'm debating whether to make this a podcast or if its own video as a training tool. We'll see. So it all depends on how I speak to you. Because if I start saying, hey, look at here on the board, but if you're doing a podcast, it's not really, doesn't really help, but we'll see. What motorcycle do I drive? I have an 2019 Indian FTR 1200S. That's what I do. All right, guys, I think we're gonna... Liking the live content used for making YouTube content? Yeah. You understand like video game streamers and everything? Damn, my arm's looking juicy. All right, we're just gonna hit the record button so we can get started pretty soon. All right, let's make sure this works. Oh, because I clicked the button. Let's go ahead and do this. There we go. All right, I learned a lot about watching. Okay, I gotta focus. I gotta focus. You guys keep distracting me. You guys keep distracting me. All right. What is this lesson called? Let me get back to this is different. This is new. Let's see. All right. All right, everybody, this is going to be a nice lesson that we're going to be talking about. This is going to be navigating safely through congested roads, okay? So we're going to talk about some key tips for riding in heavy traffic. So we have the first tip here. It's called it's vigilance and awareness, basically. So scanning your surroundings. So we talk about 360 situational awareness all the time when we're watching these after action reviews. And what that means is that there's vehicles to behind you, to side, not just in front of you. So your obstacles, your hazards are just not always in front of you. I know you're traveling forward, but we see people get sideswiped. We see people getting hit in the back. We saw that recently today on this live stream. And so always checking your mirrors. So having that you see how this is good practice. This is good practice. We're gonna keep going. You guys got me all flustered. I'm trying not to read the chat. All right, I gotta turn the chat off. We'll start over. I gotta turn the chat off. I got distracted. All right, everybody. Today we're gonna be talking about navigating safely through congested roads. Okay, so these are some key tips for riding in heavy traffic. So the first tip is having some vigilance and some awareness. Okay, so scanning your surroundings. We talk about 360 situational awareness all the time because the main thing here is that we got to watch out for hazards. They're not just in front of you. I know that's where we're traveling, but we have vehicles to side. So we can get sideswiped. We can have these open lane patterns. We're in emerging areas, on the interstates, or even just, going into a right turn lane and somebody wants to switch over real quickly. It's very important that we're paying attention to that. Also, when it comes to intersections, somebody running into the back of us, we've got to be very careful with that. And that how we handle that is the plan method. We position for safety. We get off to the sides. But what I like to do is have a system in place where I'm checking my mirrors. And I do this in a car too. So think about it, if you're in a car, you're also on your motorcycle, you just start off on the right. For me, I start off on the right. It's very easy. Right mirror, I have my dash, look forward, left mirror, and then I look forward. And every now and then I'll do a quick head check to make sure there's nobody in my blind spots. But I'm constantly going mirror, dash, forward, mirror, forward, and then doing some side to side. I'm doing that every about 15, 20 seconds, but it's gonna give me an idea, or it could be even quicker, but it gives me an idea so that if I do need to swerve, I already checked about 5 seconds ago and there was nobody. So I could swerve if I need to, or I could do a quick head check and swerve. But the main thing here is having that 360-degree field of awareness. So you have to watch out for signs of movement. So we're talking about these open lane patterns, people wanting to merge in front of us. If you see the tires start to rotate, if you start seeing the side of the vehicle on there, if we're at an intersection, somebody's wanting to pull out in front of you, you start seeing the tires starting to rotate. So any movement is very important. When it comes to assessing relevant threats, movement is the thing that will get you. Okay, it's very easy to dodge things that are stationary. You want to utilize your peripheral vision. So we talk about focal vision all the time. So the focal vision is basically just right in there in the middle. Look at my eyeballs. You can kind of see that. But everything else, if you're just staring at my eyeball, gets a little bit blurry. But that's not a big deal, because if you're staring at my eyeball, you can still see the colors off to the bottom right of your screen, right? Yeah, and that's part of it. Utilize your peripheral vision. So if you're looking forward, you're scanning constantly for these hazards, but then there's like some discoloration in the road. You can see that. Real quickly, focal vision, not a big deal, look back up. Or look down, focal vision, it's a tar snake or it's a hub or some road surface hazard, then swerve out of the way. But utilize your peripheral vision as it's kind of like a backup, and also even the first part. So you actually utilize it so that you can see it and then you can move on. Okay, so there we go. Come on now. Gotta edit that part out. Safe distance maintenance. Okay, so ensuring ample reaction time. We talk about space cushions, we talk about total stopping distance, we talk about all that stuff. Mainly, you want to have a nice little buffer zone around you. So minimum 2 second gap. So what we could do there is that if a car in front of you passes a not stop sign, geez, that'd be bad, huh? Passes a telephone pole, passes a mailbox, whatever it is, count 1 motorcycle, 2 motorcycle. And then if you pass it, hey, that's 2 second. Okay, that's a 2 second gap. I like to have about a 4 second gap, But if I'm gonna do a 2-second gap, I'm gonna make sure I'm off to the side so I have good escape paths and a good line of sight. So make sure you do that, okay? So increase the gap in really challenging conditions. That includes, you know, rain, that includes snow, inclement weather, just bad roads, even if it's just like a bunch of traffic, go ahead and increase it. It's perfectly fine to increase that. Somebody might wanna take it, and that's perfectly fine, let them in, but then you roll up the throttle and you allow that gap to increase too. So, handling tailgaters. This one is gonna be a little bit difficult because they're obviously on your behind. Instead of like speeding up to go faster, because that puts you in a worse spot, especially if there's corners coming up and intersections and you need to slow it down, or if there's cops around, you get a ticket, just move over and let them in. And if it's a single lane road, just go off from the shoulder or take the first turn into something. And then when they pass, get back on, do a nice little U-turn and get back on the road. Mirror usage, we just talked about that, but the main thing here is that we have to constantly use them and we have to make sure that they're in good working order, okay? So we have to be very careful of our blind spots. So adjusting the mirrors properly, how do you do that? When you first get on the bike, before you take off, you sit down and you adjust the mirror so they're at least looking past your shoulders. You don't want them looking at your chest. You don't want them looking crazy to the sides. You want them looking behind you. That's why I like those rabbit ear mirrors, so they look right behind me. So make sure that they're in working order. Make sure that they're actually adjusted before you take off, because it's going to suck a little bit when you're actually riding and you're having to adjust them, okay? Check your blind spots. So just like I said, I like to start off on the right, center, dash, look forward, left. If you want to add in a head check, mirror, dash, forward, mirror, head check, and then back, and then you start that process again. It's always good to do a head check. Just do a quick little look over the mirror, quick little look over your shoulder, and use your peripheral vision as best you can to see if there's an object there. And if there is an object, you can do a double take if you want. Okay, so using your turn signals consistently. Okay, this is something where you're allowing the other people know what you're doing and you're indicating what you're supposed to be doing. And so this way they can have an understanding. And we want people to do that for us. We should start doing it for them. I like to use it about 4 seconds before the turn. So back to that 2-second gap, I like to make that adjustment and do 4 seconds. So it's like 1 motorcycle, 2 motorcycle, 3 motorcycle, 4 motorcycle. Hey, I'm perfect on the turn. That just comes with practice. But utilize your turn signals. Make sure you turn them off when you're done. Okay. Filtering through traffic. Okay, filtering through traffic is something that not a lot of people are going to have access to in the United States, but this is something that's more like international. But in Arizona, they did pass a law that we can actually lane filter. And lane filtering is basically, it's not lane splitting. I keep hearing that. I already know that. I just kind of use them interchangeably sometimes, and I need to start not doing that. But lane filtering is when traffic is stopped and you're going through the middle of the lane, kind of like what this guy's doing right here. That's not what we're supposed to be doing in Arizona, but that looks like California. But in Arizona, it has to be 2 lanes going in the same path, and you can only do it in between those 2 cars, not with other traffic like that. But you want to be very cautious. So what's happening here is that we're losing our escape paths to the left and to the right, and we can only really do emergency braking or emergency acceleration. We tend to see a lot of people wanting to turn in front of us, and we're going to talk about that, but be very assertive. So be not necessarily aggressive, because aggressive involves you actually trying to almost take something from somebody, but be assertive and saying, this is where I'm at. Focus on me, I'm here. And what you're doing with that is that you're slowing it down, because it's harder to see people when they're going super fast. So if you're kind of going slow, you're going 10 miles an hour over the speed of a stopped vehicle, so you should be only going 10 miles an hour in Arizona. You're allowing people to see, hey, this is where they're at, because they're not having to do anything. They're stopped and they see you moving. So be assertive, take your spots, get back in the lane if you need to. But also anticipate these turning vehicles. So if there's an open lane pattern or somebody that's actually in front of you and that you see like a gap, they might take that gap. They might want to get in there because it might be moving a little bit faster. So anticipate that. Slow it down a little bit. You shouldn't be going super fast anyways. Cover those brakes this whole time. It's an orange stage situation. And get prepped and ready for them to do that. And if they swerve in that lane right in front of you, hopefully you have enough total stopping distance. You're not going super fast, so you can apply progressive braking. And if not, you're going to have to make a massive swerve, which is doable. We've seen it, but anticipate it. And that's part of it, okay? Perception, reaction, and whatever it is that you're doing. So if you can perceive it ahead of time and react quicker, it's better than not perceiving it until the last second and then you finally react and crash. But with that said, these are some key tips for riding in heavy traffic, and I hope you guys ride safe. Hey, we're practicing. We're practicing. We're practicing. That was fun. That was kind of tough. Hey, it's good practice, though. It's good practice. And these are all principle based. Yeah. So this will be edited and will be put up on the MTC Rider Academy 1 month before Motorcycle Training Concepts YouTube channel. So if you want to have access to that, obviously you guys are watching it here, but what I'm going to do is Dan the Weatherman, I'm finally seeing the chat here. So if you want to see this kind of stuff early, that's how you have access to it. But right here, this is the yellow stage. So like everything I was talking about, riding in traffic, is basically this right here.
All right, so we're on the road. We have a stoplight up ahead. It's an intersection, so you guys know what that means. Right now, we're in yellow stage. I'm doing a quick little check.
I could see you guys now, Solid Snake. How's your brother, Liquid? But yeah, so city riding strategies, like this is part of the course. I was adding a little bit extra, and I was just having some fun. I liked it. I can tell there's some areas that I definitely need to work on. Yeah, you have to add your phone number. It's a verified server because we're partnered. This is something that I'm working on, and I'm enjoying it. No, yeah, it was fun. Got to get used to it. Got to get used to it. That's all. It's good practice. It's good practice. I liked it. I liked it. I liked it. And I want to change the, honestly, I feel like I want to change the After the Ride podcast. I want to start talking to, like, people. I don't like doing solo podcasts. That's what I'm going to work on today. I'm going to send out some emails to like Yami and a few other people this probably next week. Some people that I know. Yeah, it's live. How you doing, Mac? So the goal is the After the Ride podcast would probably is going to be not probably, it is going to be basically catching everyone else's stories. Why they got into riding, what they see, what they get out of riding, what is it that they're doing in their lives, what led that, like what's their origin story, and then I think yeah. See, that's the cool thing about doing creative work. You know what, let's just go ahead and go to my office real quick. Let's go to my office. Yeah, that's one thing I like about doing creative work like this, and just like I'm trying to get motorcycle education and training to the masses through YouTube and through video content. It's very hard to do that, so you have to be creative. And so like what I just did there, like it's easy to be like, okay, cool, I made the slides, I'm done. No, it's like you got to present it, and then you start to realize, oh, there's some kinks in there, and you got to like work on it. So before I even get into like the really important big webinars or even seminars out in person, I got to get this stuff dialed in, and you guys are able to help me out with that. So you guys get to see me build in public. It's really great. I have some notes already in my mind that I got to fix some things and change some things and do better at the presentation. I got a little nervous for a quick second because it was new. You guys saw me brand new, doing something brand new. I was a little nervous. You see the difference between like doing after actions and doing stuff like that. So yeah, I haven't done something like that since I was an MSF rider coach and then doing the basic smart rider. So it's fun. Just working through it. Gosh, gets me excited. Got your second ARC course this weekend. Also got a friend to come along. First time there. Nice. Hey, thank you, Mac. I appreciate that. La La Land, you like The Office? I like The Office too. This office specifically. Yeah. Guys, it's been 2.5 hours. And I got some editing to do. What time is it? It's only 12:30 here. But I got some editing to do. I got some more stuff to work on. I got some more slides to work on. I feel like, yeah, we got some cool things happening. I think I need to make adjustments here. But I'm happy with how everything's turning out. So with that said, though, I got to get going. And I'll see you guys later. Yeah. Weirdo, yeah. Got some Dr. D vibes, huh?